Well, do you even know how to start the camera if you needed to?
No, I don't need to. I have people to do that for me. Papa towel. Look at this. There's soap in here.
I didn't wash it, dude.
this?
That was Jules.
Who washed it?
Dude, why is this so difficult, man?
I don't know. Isn't Common a rapper?
Yes, he is.
He's in Netflix. I mean, he's in
good
John Wick.
Right.
Dylan's been replaced with Tony the Tiger.
Exactly.
Ooh, I'm right.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
May I Dylan? Oh, what? What happened there? Did you see that?
Yeah, the universe conspired.
Yeah.
They didn't
Anyway,
want you to see us.
Dylan, delightful Dylan, with extra niceness.
Añejo.
And welcome to yet another episode of our Ultimate Spirits Competition, our quest to review every sipping spirit on the face of the planet, subjected to our crazy hard 100-point scoring system. And in this episode, tequila time, wild common, still strength. I think we've gotten a lot of requests for some wild common still strength. People keep saying.
I have never seen any request.
Well,
You don't read the comments.
you don't read the comments.
Oh,
So it's been coming up. I had never really heard of it. Don't really know anything about it. But said, hey, you know what? If people want to know about it, maybe we should give it a try and see what we think about it. So it is a Blanco tequila, meaning that it is unaged, and it is a still strength, which in the realm of tequila usually means you're in the 100-ish plus or minus 10 proof points range, because there's still strengths that are like in the high 90s. There's still strengths that go up to like 110, 115. This one's right there in the middle, 100, I believe, 50% alcohol. Let's take a look at the bottle here. Kind of a nondescript bottle, very plain.
Yeah.
I like the design. It's clean.
Yeah.
Wild common tequila blanco, traditionally crafted artisanal tequila, still strength, 100 proof, cultivated in the Jalisco Valley, 100% blue agave. On the back.
Weber.
Got a little bit of cool information there. Master distiller, how long it's been roasted, the extraction method, the fermentation style, how it's distilled. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of nice to see that. Also says it is
as a community.
non-chill filtered, made with recycled glass. A lot of information on the bottle. I also know Tequila Matchmaker has confirmed this one as additive free, which is, again, we don't have anything to do with the Tequila Matchmaker, but they have an awesome program. If you check out their website about their additive free tequila program, where they go and they vet the companies, they go observe their distillation process and their aging process to ensure that there's no additives used. And this one passed the test. Dylan, you got anything else? I'm going to get us poured.
Yeah, this is like the internet darling, right?
It is? I just heard it in the
It's
There are
like
a
one
lot
of
of
those
people
Reddit
that are-
ones and Instagram.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who, the problem is I can't talk about a lot of this stuff because I don't want it to taint the score. Maybe I'll mention it towards the end after we score it, but...
So that means your score is always tainted.
I really haven't read about it. I just saw people mentioning it in the comments saying, hey, can you guys do a review of this? And it was at least a few of them. And I said, okay. And when it popped up, I was like, okay, I've heard that name.
Yeah, I think a lot of tequila enthusiasts already went out and like tried it and kind of gave their feedback. So I'm curious what you guys think about it.
I am too. I always like finding new brands that are doing good things. And hopefully this one ends up ranking. The NOM is 11.23.
How much did you pay for it?
Price point 75, I believe, is right around where we paid it. Now, for members of Curiosity Private, which is our membership option here on YouTube, also on Patreon, you get the same content either place, whatever you prefer to do. We're going to be comparing this to kind of maybe one of the gold standards, Fortaleza's still strength. Now, the Fortaleza clocks in at a lower proof. It's 46%, I think, as opposed to 50% here. So a little bit lower proof, but obviously Fortaleza very well known. They put out a very good product. This is a cheaper product. This one's going to be closer to, what do we say, Dylan?
That is a 55.
50-ish, so a little bit cheaper, but hey, that's for members only. If you want to become a member, again, hit that join button, head over to Patreon. If you don't care about that, don't worry about it. We're about to jump into our review of Wild Common.
Don't worry about it.
We're going to get tasting right now. Have you seen season 3 of Twin Peaks, the Showtime one?
Yes.
You sound like the guy that's in the prison. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. That's who I was quoting.
No current cop at all.
Really?
That's
obscure,
really
dude.
meta of you to actually get, bro. Wow.
Ooh.
That's nice.
What's going on?
Saw my score.
I think Jules could have phoned this one in.
As soon as you said internet hype, he's like, I know my friends.
Oh boy.
Thing is, I always phone it in.
You know what? Do you know what? I know when you are checked out, when your numbers become like the digital, the squares.
Yeah.
Everything is going squares, and when your numbers go back to kind of like a human writing, then you're like, oh, okay,
Engaged.
I'm gonna buy into the hype and.
I am engaged.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've had some time to taste. We've all scored it. We haven't discussed our scores. Dylan and I both saw Jules' score, though, because he
As usual.
kind of stands here with his score, and he's like,
What do
he
you
shows
guys
us.
think?
But we're about to discuss that. We're going to reveal our initial scores, and we're going to talk through every one of our categories. But before we do that, Jules here is going to tell you about the scoring system.
Right, thanks, Dutch. It's 100 points across 10 categories that include aroma, flavor, body, complexity, balance, finish, uniqueness, drinkability, aesthetics, and value. Flavor we weigh at 20 points, though, and aesthetics and value at 5 points each. And you can medal in our competition. You score 16 up. You go from bronze, silver, gold to diamond.
What's Dylan saying about being checked out?
Check that.
All right, let's get our initial scores. Now, of course, this could change as we discuss it. We could go up, we could go down. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's get our initial scores. My initial score, 76.
82.
75.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So we're kind of clustered here.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. This was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Overall enjoyable.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
also a little perplexing, I feel like. So let's talk about Aroma. Honestly, one of the highlights for me.
Yeah.
I really like the nose. 8.
8.
This was the biggest disappointment of the entire experience.
What is happening?
Wow.
This is I gave it a 6.
I
gave
thought
it a
this
6.
was
This is not.
That's being mean.
There's bright, fresh
Boy,
agave.
this is.
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
There's a soupçon underneath of bubblegum, almost like grape jam.
yeah.
It's really intriguing. It's fantastic nose.
no.
You smell mine. Maybe your glass is
I'm not
tainted.
smelling any of that.
Is your glass tainted? You said you had soap on your glass.
Nope. It's the same thing.
Oh, wow.
It is really muted. It is non-existent. I feel like I'm smelling slightly sweet water.
Weird,
And I
dude.
gotta say, I gave it 1 point to give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't smell the agave. I don't smell the sweetness that I would typically
Wrong.
get. I wish I could get something like earthiness or whatever.
Hey, Dylan.
This
Dylan,
is
this is what it feels like to be me.
This is the. I gotta say, this is the disappointment. This
Wow.
is the disappointment. Yeah,
Shocked.
so I gave it a 6.
Shocked. Okay, flavor. 16.
18.
I gave it a 17. It completely redeemed itself. The flavor actually, I was so scared when I was nosing it, but then I tasted it. I'm like, okay, good. I'm looking for stuff and I can find it. It's
I had a weird experience because my initial hit was just tons of black pepper. Got the Szechuan peppercorn.
that's
It was
good
almost
spicy.
numbing spice.
Yeah.
I got agave along with that, but when I came back to it after a few minutes, it did get a little bit more subtle, and I did bump it up a point because I originally had a 15, but there's a lot there. I had
this
trouble
was-
getting past the pepper. It was
Really?
so
No,
intense.
I think I know you're getting back only because I got a lot of the like a spice really forward experience, but towards the end that's where I really enjoyed the finish too. It's like I was getting a lot of fruit component and earthiness that was really coming through. So yeah, 18.
I got bitterness, and in a good way. I got bitterness and earthiness, which I actually quite enjoyed. And then it had a very distinct, clear agave flavor, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and that was very pleasant.
In the later tastes, I got that agave.
What I liked also about this was it's very crisp. It's very clean. There's no. It's
refreshing.
Weird. Yeah, it's refreshing. It's almost like you're drinking like sparkling water, where you have because of the carbon dioxide, you get that little bit of the
effervescence
effervescence. You get a little of that bitterness.
It's like a mineral water.
Right.
Yeah, it's like mineral water. I like that. And so why isn't it 18 up? Well, the problem is that I felt like it was rougher on the edges, first of all.
Yeah.
And then the breadth of flavor was a little chaotic. It was just kind of shifting from side to side, and it was hard to kind of say, okay, this is what Wild Common is about. And so, 17 is not terrible score. It's not the highest score. I felt like this was a compromise. It was a compromise score.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was overall good. It's rough around the edges. I think is a great way of defining it.
Right.
It doesn't really know exactly where it wants to go.
Right.
Which I'm really intrigued to try some of the age stuff to see where it ends up
Sure.
going as it has a few years of age on it, or 1 year of age on it. Let's move on to body. Good, 7.
I give it an 8.
Good 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
good.
getting the nice
good.
viscosity. It's nice and oily.
It was
and-
enjoyable.
You know what I like? I like the
There's a heft.
texture. I
Yeah.
like it. Just
It's like rough grit sandpaper.
Yeah, yeah.
But like in a good way. Like it,
Yeah, in
you
a
can
good
tell
way.
it's there.
It's there.
Hominy
You get
grits.
the heft.
Yeah.
Hominy.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
hominy.
All right, next category, complexity, also a 7 for me.
I give it an 8.
I give it an 8. I give it an 8.
It's 8 all around.
I mean, it's, relatively speaking, yes, it's slightly narrow in terms of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But,
In terms of a Blanco,
the shifting is a little weird, but you can't, I think you can fault that on balance, which I'm going to adjust. But I think, tasting it again and again, I can see the breadth. Enough so that I can give it an 8. It's not, it doesn't have cactus flower, it doesn't have floral, it doesn't have,
it's good. I feel like I wanted a little bit of something else. Like, there's really not.
Is it you want something else, or is it a balance issue?
No, I actually want something else because I didn't actually think the balance was bad. I kind of enjoyed the fact that it was rough.
Okay.
But for me, it was like, well, there's really not the sweetness. Like some good Blancos, even the cask strength ones, like you get a good sweetness to balance out some of that pepper and all that stuff. And all there is to balance out the pepper here is agave.
Agave.
And a little
You're
bit
right.
of fruit maybe, but it's good. They're all good. I felt like it just needed a little bit of something else. I was a high 7.
Yeah.
I was close to it.
Okay.
Balance, again, 7. Like it to me, it
7.
matches.
7.
Yeah, it was. There's things that punch harder,
Yes.
That's the thing.
but it kind of works. It's not perfect.
It's not unpleasant.
It's not unpleasant.
Exactly.
It's not unpleasant.
That's the
but
thing.
the thing that was also throwing me off too is the experience every time. The balance wasn't always consistent.
Yes.
Because every
I
now
agree.
and then,
I
you know what I
agree.
mean? Like sometimes it's higher
Sometimes the
volume
pepper
versus-
was like out of control.
Yes,
I come back to it, it's
exactly.
like, oh, now it's.
Yeah.
Like right now, I taste just a overwhelming sweetness.
Right. There you go.
And then
Yeah, weird.
and then the second sip is like, oh, now it's earthiness.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But all pleasant.
Yeah.
Very pleasant.
Yeah, and for me, that's why I actually bumped drinkability. We'll get to that though.
Yeah.
Finish 8. I like the finish.
Me too. 8.
Very enjoyable.
It's not the kind of round proportional finish that I usually like. However, it is long.
It's really
I
long.
think Jules legit liked this, man.
Oh yeah,
She
this was
legit
good. No, yeah, this was good, man.
Yeah, the finish was great. I enjoyed everything. There's no unpleasant flavors that came out. What's left in my mouth is this nice, crisp, refreshing feeling that I want to go back in for more. Uniqueness 8.
I give it a 7.
I gave it a 7. I agree with you.
This experience
And-
more than anything else is why I gave it an 8. And kind of the confusion it caused me, I was like, wow, I haven't had to think this much about a Blanco in a long time.
So it's funny because I'm going to use the exact same statement, but
That's why you didn't like it?
yeah, well, not didn't like it, but why I docked it because it's like it feels like any other tequila blanco that has been certified as additive free.
I don't know about that. That's why I think this was unique.
It's hitting all the right
This
notes.
was like I jumped into the middle of a boxing match and I got smacked around.
I don't
And
know. It's
kinda
hitting all the
unique,
right
like,
notes.
it's
Like
kinda
I mean, something that Dylan said earlier. I forgot for which category, but it's like I don't know what they're about. Like, what's their flavor profile?
Right.
And that's why it's like I don't know if
I
that's
know that.
unique.
I think I can feel that.
What I liked about the, like, I think we discussed this when we were
they have
drinking the
wild
other
in the
Blancos. Yeah. Look, we were drinking the other Blancos, and we go,
It's a wild ride.
oh, I
is
get,
that.
I get what they're about. Like, I get what their brand is about, right?
Yeah.
You get that feeling, but I think the chaos makes that, somewhat elusive. In trying to characterize the brand. Now, I think
that makes sense.
I am hoping that
Chaos is
when
my
we try the aged products, the master distiller is like, okay, our brand is going to be distinct from Fortaleza, G4, Arete.
Yeah, this is
all
like
of these,
this is the wild stallion that needs to be tamed a little bit, and when you tame it, it could be the fastest horse out there. It's a little bit crazy right now.
like Seabiscuit.
I was thinking wild stallions rule, but anyway,
Seabiscuit.
you prefer John Wick, I know. Let's move on to drinkability. 8. I could keep sipping this. I enjoy
Me
each
too,
sip.
and I'm tempted to go up. But yeah, I landed on an 8.
8.
Yeah. This was a fun ride.
Yeah,
I want to get back on
definitely.
it. I mean, like, I could sit here and keep sipping this.
Yeah.
Dutch loves the stallion.
Italian stallion.
All right.
Got nothing else to add.
I don't. I guess I love the song. Aesthetics, 4. I like the bottle. It's
give it
a
a
soft 4.
3.
Soft 4.
3.
Yeah, I get your 3.
I get the 3.
I get the 3. It's a soft
You know, but hang on. I kind of give it points for not going over the
It's
top.
really clean. It's really clean.
It's crisp.
really
It's a
clean.
good-looking bottle.
I mean, I like that color combo.
The color combo.
Looks
it's
great. The
Recycled
top-
glass.
Exactly. Recycled
Come
glass.
on.
Come on.
Hey, we
dude.
care about the environment.
Come
Dylan
on.
doesn't. It's
Yeah,
okay.
He just keeps burning fossil
It looks
fuels
fine.
over here.
It looks
Come
good.
on.
It looks good.
How many times do I have to say this?
Well, you gotta spell it out for me.
COMMON. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, that's why it's common. 3. Common.
I'm giving it a bonus
Common.
just because it's.
Yeah, okay, so you're giving an extra point for the wild, but I'm calling it common.
I like the color
this.
scheme. I like the color scheme.
Me too.
I like it.
Me too.
It looks good. It looks clean.
It looks really clean.
Like the finish.
Come on.
All right, guys. Value. $70. It's a little steep. I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 2.
I give it a 4.
No way.
I don't feel let down.
Because
$79.99.
Exactly. I really enjoy this. I feel like I'm still,
You're gonna
I'm
buy
go,
this.
I think
you're
I
gonna go
will.
and buy it. Really?
I think I will.
You're okay.
It's not a.
It's
This
gonna
is me.
come
I
up
don't
on.
buy much.
It's
I
gonna
think
come
I'm
up on
gonna
your
go buy
on your.
this.
I don't know. I think a 3
There's
is
another
fair.
gift from
Telegraph.
Dylan.
I say like soft 3, hard 2.
Morse code comes in. Fortaleza still strength. $55.
No, but the
then I
problem is he gets the telegram 3 days later. 'Cause he doesn't know what's going on.
and then wild comment. $79.99. You're gonna be like, come on.
Fine. I'm going down to 3.
I think 3 is fair. I think. I mean, I don't feel
Yeah.
let down for
Yeah,
the price.
3.
Yeah.
I think 3 is reasonable.
reasonable.
All right.
All
You
right.
bullied me.
Let's get our final tally here for wild, common, still strength. My final score, same as my initial, 76.
79.
Oh, you dropped.
Yeah. 3 points.
74.
Which gives us our official Curiosity Public score for wild, common, still strength Blanco. It's what I scored at 76.
Steven Stevens over here.
How do I always end up in the middle? What the heck's going on?
Because you are
It is
the
meaningless.
people.
It is meaningless. Oh, don't.
These two outliers can't deal with the fact that I know what's right.
Hey, I admit
76.
it. You are the people.
Hey, strong silver.
Hi ho silver.
I think that's a good showing.
Great showing.
A new brand,
First out of
added
the
it
gate.
free, putting out a quality product.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit pricey.
Excelente.
Maybe it needs a little bit of refining. I think we'd all agree, but very good, very enjoyable. If you're into tequila, be interesting. Maybe try it in a bar before buying a bottle if you can.
Yeah.
I agree.
But a good one. If you like the spicy kind of
And you got a few extra
punchers,
bucks.
then it's worth picking up. But
Yeah.
all right, tools, take us out.
Tell us what you guys think in the comment below. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, let us know. Subscribe for more videos for Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private, our membership program here on YouTube. We're about to do a taste off of Wild Common with...
Fortaleza still strength.
That's right. That's what it was. And we're also on
legit didn't
Patreon.
remember.
Yeah, I don't...
I thought you were just trying to cue me to take
No, man. Patreon. Buy t-shirts.
is an awesome
And
t-shirt.
check out our podcast on all major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious. This is a great way to help the channel, by the way.
Yes,
By the
this
t-shirts.
helps.
I feel like Jules is dropping consonants.
Probably.
Or is it just my hearing is off? It's
like
like
my...
every other word, I feel like he was like dropping a consonant, and like the words were coming out all weird.
Wait, I get a coaster too?
That's mine.
That's my coaster.
That's my coaster.